Here we go.
All right,
And
all
there
right,
we
all right.
be. All right, all right, all right.
All
Awesome. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to another segment of Awareness Wednesday Prime Time. We are your hosts, Reggie and Victoria Flanagan, here in East Orange, New Jersey. So, welcome to our platform, Awareness Wednesday Prime Time. So, before I get into our detailed subject of tonight, I'm going to pass this over to my better 7A, Mrs. Victoria Flanagan, she's way more than just my half, who's going to give you her reasons why this platform is so important to her. All right, Victoria, take it away.
I somebody got to tell us.
Mhm.
They like the pastor said this morning, people perish from the lack of knowledge.
Knowledge,
You got to be
absolutely.
here to get the information. I'm not saying that I'm right, family, but if I can find this information, you can find it too. We gotta do better. We gotta make better choices. If you plan on sticking around, you gotta do your part.
Absolutely, we do. And she said a mouthful right there. So, exactly why
I'm
we do what we
excited.
do. Me too. I'm excited as well. So, I'm hoping you're excited as well, too. We got some good information for you today, or tonight, I should say, on our prime time. So, before we do that, we do have a disclaimer: the power couple of health. This program offers health and nutritional information, and it's designed for educational purposes only. I repeat, for educational purposes only. You should not rely on this information as a substitute for, nor does it replace professional medical or psychological advice, diagnose, or treatment. None of the statements made have been reviewed or approved by the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. We're all going to be speaking about some products at the end of our segment, so I'm going to do our disclaimer now that the products that we're going to be speaking about have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. They're not designed to mitigate, treat, cure, or prevent any disease, but all we do know is that by our opinion, we have the best products on this side of heaven. As our partner, Minister Brenda Terrell out of Mississippi, always states, and we truly believe that, right?
Absolutely.
Right, all right. So, we're going into our subject, but we always like to lead it off to let people know that there's issues going around. When I say issues, I mean things that are taking place in our communities, in our states, in the country. We got a lot happening. High blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, obesity, you name just a few of them, what we just named, but there's so many of them. But you know what? We created that, what we're doing to this temple. We're destroying this body by putting all the bad things that's out there in the marketplace into this temple that was designed to put good things in it. And we're destroying it with all this fake fast food that's out here, Franken food, that's not doing us any good. We're getting away from home cooked healthy meals, which is what we should be doing anyway. I mean, you look at today, everything is microwave, they want it fast, right now, put it in a microwave, pop, gone. There's no nutritional value in that. Once your food, which is once live, hits the microwave and gets hit with those rays, that food is now dead.
It's
And then we put that
no
in our body.
nutrition.
None, none.
Once
So
it
we got
hit
to
that
think about that.
microwave.
Absolutely. So that's why we do this. That's why we're so passionate about this platform, because we know that there's good information that you may take this and change the dynamics of what you may be doing, leading by example in your own family by eating healthy, exercising, doing the right thing for the temple that was given you. All right, so let's do that. So let's go into our topic, which is serving God with healthy mind, body, and spirit. And our scripture, as always, beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth. That's 3 John 1 and 2. Our subject today, as you've seen, everything you need to know. We're going to talk about today about autoimmune diseases. We're going to speak about it, like lupus, fibromyalgia. What's another one we got? We
Oh,
got
we got a whole
a
lot of
whole
them.
lot of them we're going to talk about today. We can go through a
List.
whole list. So we're going to talk about it tonight, okay?
It's over 100.
MS, that's right. We got a ton of them, a ton of them. So with that being said, I'm going to pass this over to the urchin, our certified health coach, Mrs. Victoria Flanagan, who's giving you information on these autoimmune diseases. So pay attention, take some copious notes, because you never know who you may need, who you're going to be speaking to that's going to need this information. So let's make that happen. So with that being said, Victoria, take it away. Let's get ourselves started. You're welcome.
Thank you. This was a awesome call this morning, if I say so myself, family. But we just have to make better choices. We truly have to make better choices. So I chose autoimmune. I was going to start with fibromyalgia. That was the topic today. And then lupus next week. But if you look at it, all these autoimmune issues all fall under the same umbrella. So that's why I chose autoimmune. And then I got this new book. I'll show you my book a little later.
Two of them.
No, just one. Well, yeah,
Oh,
two.
Mm-hmm.
But then in the first subject in this new book is autoimmune issues. So I said, okay, there it is. That's It was
There
given
is.
to me.
Mhm.
So that's why I chose autoimmune issues. And then this one is close to our heart because our daughter suffered with rheumatoid arthritis, and then his sister, both of his sisters had lupus. So this is dear to our heart. So we know a little bit about autoimmune issues. So what is autoimmune? Autoimmune disease are conditions in which our immune system mistakenly damages our healthy cells in our body. And it states that your immune system has a job of protecting you from diseases and infections. So when the senses these germs, it creates new cells to target the foreign cells. So usually your immune system can tell the difference between the foreign cells and your cells. However, if you have an autoimmune disease, your immune system mistakes parts of your body, such as your joints, your skin,
Mhm.
are foreign to your body. It releases proteins called autoantibodies that attack healthy cells. That's what autoimmune issues are. So it is on the rise. Like I was saying before, it's out there, family. All these diseases are growing leaps and bounds. I mean, we're supposed to be the healthiest country, but we're the sickest. And I'm
Mhm.
gonna tell you why. It's in the report. But everything is on the rise. Autoimmune diseases have a continued upward rise trend right now in 2025. They may believe that this is due to our modern diets, leaky guts, viruses, exposure to environmental toxins, and an unhealthy lifestyle, increased stress, mold and toxicity, and parasites. Here we go. There is a direct link between your microbiome, your gut,
Yep.
and our immune system.
Absolutely.
So that is, we know that that's a connection. So here's some different types of autoimmune disease. Researchers have discovered that there are over 100 different autoimmune diseases.
Over 100.
Over 100.
Think about
Here
it.
are just a type. These are mainly the top ones that we can talk about today. Multiple sclerosis, MS, Crohn's disease, you got Graves' disease, you got Hashimoto's thyroiditis, you got type 1 diabetes, you got psoriasis, you also have rheumatoid arthritis, and then juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, that's in children, ulcerative colitis, you have lupus, you have endometriosis, Addison's disease, celiac disease, Kawasi, what is it?
Yeah.
Kawasi.
Kawasi.
Kawasaki disease.
Kawasaki.
I gotta look that one up, but it's an autoimmune issue. Then you have intestinal colitis, you have a vitiligo, and then you have fibromyalgia.
It's sort of spelled like the motorcycle Kawasaki. Kawasaki.
That's it.
Kawasaki disease.
That's it. But those are just some autoimmune issues. Now, when you go to the doctors and you explain your symptoms, they can't really properly diagnose you because you can have more than one. You can have some fibromyalgia, you can have some rheumatoid arthritis, you can have several of these at one time, and that's why it's so hard to diagnose. So it also says what can cause autoimmune. It says doctors don't really exactly know what causes autoimmune for your system to misfire. So yet some people are more likely to get autoimmune diseases than others. Some of the factors may increase your risk of developing autoimmune disease. First one is your sex. Autoimmune issues are more in women than men. Men can get it, but it's more prone in women. From the age of 15 to 44, you're going through something, your body's going through something. The next one is your family history. It can run in your family. It may be more likely to develop autoimmune diseases due to your hereditary genes. Through environmental factors may also be a contributing factor. The next one is environmental factors. Exposure to sunlight, to mercury, to chemical-like solvents, or those of agriculture, cigarette smoke, certain bacterial and viral infections, and it got here, including COVID-19. It's in the report. that may increase your risk of autoimmune issues. The next one is ethnicity. Some autoimmune diseases are more common in people in certain groups. For example, white people from Europe and the United States may be more likely to develop autoimmune muscle disease, while lupus tends to occur more in people of African American, Hispanic, and Latino. Nutrition is the next one. Your diet and nutrition may play a big impact the risk of severity of your autoimmune issue. We talk about that every week, y'all. It's a problem what you're putting in your mouth.
Sure is.
Also, the last one is other health conditions. Certain health conditions, including obesity and other autoimmune diseases, may make you more likely to develop autoimmune diseases. And like I said before, you can have more than one of autoimmune issue. And it's very, very hard to get diagnosed. So they're going to put you on this and they're going to put you on that and they're going to put you on this. We had two ladies this morning. I don't know if they're on here this evening, but they're in our business, and they got on. One of the ladies started, she was on 55 medications. That's Miss D. Lee. 55 medications, and she still couldn't do anything for herself. Couldn't comb her hair, couldn't dress herself, couldn't do anything. But you're taking all of this medication. We're not knocking doctors. We would never do that. Nope. If your doctor say take this, you take that. You don't come off of any medication until your doctor takes you off. But she got on these natural products and she started changing her diet, changing what she put in her body. She started to exercise, and she come off all of that medication in 6 months. So if they tell you that something, you're going to be on something for the rest of your life, start questioning that. Start making your own analysis. You got to take charge of your own health.
That's the thing.
The other young lady, she was on 99 medications for autoimmune issues. They couldn't pinpoint exactly which one she had. So she was on 99 medications.
Kept giving her medications.
She couldn't do nothing for herself.
Correct.
She crawled into the bathroom. Her husband got to help her get dressed.
Yep.
Help her comb her hair. Help her. That is a terrible, terrible way to live with any autoimmune issue. Now, our oldest daughter, she was diagnosed at the age of 4 with juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. She just woke up and she said, Mommy, I can't, I got to go to the bathroom and I can't move. And if you touch her, she would just cry. She was in that much pain from arthritis. And it
hurt me.
It's a whole thing. It really is.
Because I had to gently, when she had to go to the bathroom, to gently go underneath her to pick her up, to take her to the restroom and sit her down gently because she was so sore. Everywhere you touch,
just cry out. She would just cry out.
Yeah.
And then she would have a fever, and they would have to wrap her in the
ice
sheets.
Ice.
It was just terrible. But people are living with this. People are living with these diseases, and you don't have to. So
let me just say this too, and she mentioned it too. You know, doctors did not know what was going on with our daughter at 4 years old. She was written up in a medical journal as one of the youngest that ever had juvenile or JRA, juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. At that age, they had no clue what was going on. They had in the hospital for over a month.
Yeah.
Doctor after doctor after doctor, poking and testing, trying to figure out what is causing these red blotches on this young lady, on this child. There's high fever, 105, 102, 101, 105, just kept spiking. Ice baths, and it just couldn't
make it out.
They thought it was Lyme's disease.
Yeah.
Negative. They thought it was sickle cell.
We take her out negative. Of the country. Did she get bit by a foreign bird? It was.
Oh my goodness.
Went through a lot with her.
Yeah.
But she was diagnosed exactly.
Finally, a specialist out of New York came in, tested her, and diagnosed her. And they said, "I know exactly what your daughter has. She has JRA, juvenile rheumatoid arthritis." And the reason why they never tested for that because of her age. But she had the symptoms of it. So they tested it, and that's what it was, positive.
Put her on a
strong dosage of aspirin.
A fever came down. She sat up in the bed. She was ready to eat. She was ready to,
she started to come back.
To her face.
Fever got regulated. And that's what it turned out being.
With family, so we know a little bit about this. So what are some common signs and symptoms of autoimmune disease? Here's some of the signs. Different autoimmune diseases may be similar earlier symptoms. So these are some that include fatigue. She was tired all the time. Dizziness and lightheaded. Low-grade fever. She did have a fever. Muscle aches, swelling, trouble concentrating, numbness and tingling in your hands and in your feet. That's usually a sign something's going on. Then the other one was hair loss. You get an autoimmune issue, you're going to start to lose your hair. The next one are skin rashes. You'll break out in these blotches.
That's
like
what my daughter
rashes.
had.
That's what she had. So with some autoimmune diseases, including psoriasis and rheumatoid arthritis and JRA, symptoms may come and go. A period of symptoms, this is called a flare-up. When they're going through that crisis, it's called a flare-up. So at this period, the symptoms, they can go away, and that they call that they're in remission. So they can have a flare-up where they're all swollen up. She was so bad, she could tell us the weather. She could tell us when it was going to rain. She could tell us when it was going to snow because of her joints. If her joints ached in her knees or in her back, she said, "Mine's going to rain today." Or if it was going to snow, it's in her knees.
She felt the moisture.
She can feel that in the barometric pressure in the air. They can feel that. So if you've ever broken something, you can feel that too. When the weather is bad. So those are some of the issues that she had a lot of flare-ups. So it also says individual autoimmune diseases can also have their own unique symptoms depending on the body symptoms that affect it. For example, type 1 diabetes, you may experience extreme thirst and weight loss. Those are some of the symptoms for type 1 diabetes. Now, IBD, irritable, inflammatory bowel disease, this may cause bloating and diarrhea. All these are going to show up different in your body. So what's the most common autoimmune diseases? Like I said, there's over 100. The most common one is type 1 diabetes.
Very common.
Your pancreas produces a hormone insulin, which helps to regulate your blood sugar in type 1 diabetes. The immune system destroys insulin producing cells in your pancreas. So high blood sugars from type 1 diabetes can damage your blood vessels and your organs. That's how the diabetes can progress, and it starts to attack your organs. You got to pay attention to all this. Number 2 was rheumatoid arthritis. Your RA, your immune system attacks your joints. So which can lead to swelling and stiffness in these areas. That was our child. She have to roll on the side of the bed and, start moving her toes and work her ankles and get her hips together just so she could get up and go to the bathroom. So can you imagine a child going through that, and what an elderly person has to go through that pain is something. So while RA, rheumatoid arthritis, is more commonly affecting people as they get older, it can also start as early in your 30s. Now it's getting even younger. Like we were saying, a lot of these issues are on the rise. You got the Gen X's getting arthritis at 20 and 25. They're getting arthritis, old people issues in their 20s and 30s. So we got to pay attention to that. What has changed? Where's all of this coming from? Just wake up and keep your eyes on your head on a swivel. A related condition, juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, can start in childhood. That was ours. So the next one is psoriasis arthritis. Psoriasis arthritis. These are skin cells that grow and then they shed when they are no longer needed. Psoriasis causes skin cells to multiply too quickly. So the extra cells build up and form inflamed patches. On the lighter skin, the patches may appear red with silver and white scales on the plaque. Wait a minute.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And on the darker skin tone, psoriasis may appear purplish or dark brown with gray scales on the top. That's the patches. Now, what you laughing about?
Our daughter is connected. And she
Oh,
said, y'all talking about me? Yeah, we're talking about you, baby.
Oh, sorry about that, Shante, but you're our subject today. The next one is multiple sclerosis. All of these fall under the autoimmune issues. So multiple sclerosis is damage and protective coating surrounding your nerve cells. and in your central nervous system. It damaged the myelin sheath, slows the transmission speed from messages from your brain to your spinal cord and to that from the rest of your body. That's MS. And different forms of MS progress at a different rate. Difficulty in walking are one of the most common mobility issues with multiple sclerosis. I know I was saying this morning, that's what Montel Williams had, multiple sclerosis, and he used to always talking about falling. He could just walk somewhere and just fall over, but that was one of the signs. The next one is inflammatory bowel disease. Now, this is coming up in our Gen Zs and X's and all of those.
Those are some of the issues that they're having.
Inflammatory bowel disease. IBD is what it's called. It describes conditions that cause inflammation in the lining of the intestinal wall. Each type of the IBD affects a different part of your gastrointestinal tract. That's your GI tract. There's two types. Actually, there's three. But the Crohn's disease is one, can inflame any part of your GI tract from your mouth to your anus. So as it goes in, you just messed up all the way down till it come out. For real, for real. The next one is ulcerative colitis. This affects the lining of your large intestines, your colon, and your rectum. This is the reason why colon cancer is on the rise. Colon cancer on the rise. If y'all have not been tested for colon cancer, you need to get there and get tested because colon cancer is on the rise. I know a lot of people looked into it after our, what's
oh, you're talking about after the
what's our warrior?
Yeah, I know. I can't remember his name.
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
When he
From
passed
Black Panther.
Right, Black Panther. When he passed from colon cancer, they said the surge in social media just went through the roof because people didn't know about that. And it can happen younger and younger. So you got to pay attention to what you're putting in your mouth. The next one is Graves' disease. This is another one. This is what Wendy Williams has. Graves' disease affects your thyroid gland in your neck, causing it to produce too much of that hormone. Thyroid hormones also control your body's energy surges known as your metabolism. Your thyroid is like your thermostat to your body.
Exactly.
So having too much of these hormones revs up your body activities, causing symptoms like rapid heart rate and intestinal weight loss. Some people with Graves' disease may also experience symptoms affecting the skin. Graves' disease also affects your eyes. So if you see people that have those bulging eyes, that's usually Graves' disease. And they don't really talk about it because they try not to. Now they got a commercial about it.
Talk about it now. Talk about quite a bit now.
Graves' disease, right. So that all falls under autoimmune issue. The next one is Sjogren's.
My sister has that.
And I didn't know about that until the doctor was telling us. This condition attacks your glands that provides lubrication to your eyes and your mouth.
Correct.
The hallmark symptoms of Sjogren's disease is dry eyes and dry mouth. I mean dry, like sandpaper, like you done sucked up
sand.
I mean dry.
Yeah, she talks about that.
When she was explaining that to us, I said, that is just horrible. Oh my God. But she has to deal with that. So she takes a medication for that. The next one is celiac disease. This is another one that's on the rise. This is in our little people, celiac disease. People with celiacs can't eat foods containing gluten. Gluten, protein found in your wheat, your rye, and other grain products. When gluten is in small intestines, the immune system attacks this part of your GI tract and it causes inflammation. So they could eat a piece of bread or eat a cracker. Now their whole insides is inflamed and very painful. So people with celiacs may experience digestive issues after consuming gluten. According to the National Institute of Diabetes, Digestive and Kidney Disease, celiac disease affects 10% of our global population. So that's on the come up, family. So we just got to pay attention to these things. We truly, truly got to pay attention to this. Here's another one. And this has something to do with that C19 I was talking about earlier. Many researchers recognize a giant cell myocarditis, a rare autoimmune condition that leads to heart failure, as one of the most serious autoimmune diseases, and it has 1-year mortality rate of 70%. Myocarditis is your heart. You have inflammation around your heart. And I'm just saying, some of the people that got that C19 was having
heart issues,
myocarditis and pericarditis.
especially of men.
Exactly. So here we go. How do you reduce toxic overloads and triggers? It is vital to reduce your toxic load. Every small change that makes a big difference. As you reduce your toxicity, you may reduce fewer autoimmune flares. So your food triggers, you want to avoid things with gluten. You want to avoid cow's milk. You want to stay away from red milk. Eggs is another one. Shouldn't be hard to stay away from eggs right now because they $15.
Wait, red milk, you mean?
No, red meat.
Oh, red meat, yeah.
Did I say milk?
Yes, milk.
Oh,
milk.
red meat, y'all.
Sorry, we got it.
Eggs, tree nuts, and peanuts. That
Right.
could be a trigger for some that have an autoimmune issue. The next one is chemicals in your products. We talk about this all the time. Y'all got to know what you're lathering and putting on your body because it makes a difference.
Because everything is not good for you.
Everything is not good.
And
you
not
may
made
be
for everybody.
smelling pretty, but you're a walking cancer stick. Chemicals in your products, the common chemicals that are lurking in your everyday bath and beauty items. You got to check your shampoos, your conditioners, your body washes, your lotions, your face creams, even your makeup. Some of these things got chemicals in it, and you know what you put on your skin
absorbs through your skin.
Absorbs through your skin. So it's getting in, and it can disrupt your endocrine system. The next one is dyes.
Oh, just going to mention that. Go ahead.
Colored baby lotions, baby bath bombs, shampoos, anything that got these dyes in it. Remember, there was a thing just going around with women dyeing their hair.
I was going to just say that.
Causing cancer. You had the black women perming their hair. Those chemicals causing cancer. So you got to pay attention to what goes on your skin. The next one is fragrances. This is a big one. This is linked to skin irritations and some allergies. If you got anything with fragrance in it, you need to get rid of that too. I'm sorry. But you got those sprays, you got the plugins, you got all these things to make your house smell pretty, but you're
breathing this in. You're
pumping that right on into your house, and everybody that come in is sniffing a little bit of that. So just be careful. You can buy the incense, you can get the natural oils, you can burn certain soy candles that don't kick off those fumes.
Exactly.
The next one is alcohol. It's used in many moisturizing products. Did y'all know that? Alcohol. You moisturizing your skin, just rubbing that alcohol right on in your skin, and you wonder why you dry up at 3 o'clock. Every day at 3 o'clock you dry it up. Alcohol is in your moisturizers. Check the labels. Read your labels, what's in there. Another one is household cleaners, and I talk about this one all the time. They can be very harmful for your health.
You know for
I was explaining that to them.
Years ago.
I cleaned my bathroom.
Not knowing.
I had bleach, I had Comet.
And ammonia, which you don't mix.
The bathroom was clean, but I was laid out on that floor because I couldn't breathe. All the windows open, just coughing my head off. I could have killed myself. All them fumes that was in the bathroom. It was so thick you could see it in the air. I mean, from cleaning products.
Never mix those. Never, ever, ever. She did.
But you got to be mindful of these cleaning products that you're using in your household. They say you can mix orange peels and vinegar, and it'll clean anything in your house. Anything. Well, vinegar and lemon, you can use that to clean anything in your house as well. So get you a natural cleanser. The next one is a big one. They were talking about this earlier. Plastics. Plastics is a big one. Cancer-causing chemicals are called PBA. That's in your
plastic bottles.
You got
Mhm.
they can cause birth defects. They can cause you to have high blood pressure, can cause diabetes. It messes with your endocrine disorder in your system. So these plastics, you got microplastics. They were just talking about it earlier today on the Tamron Hall show. Plastic. They were talking about the black spatulas that you cook with, that you flip your pancakes with, and the thing you pick up your pasta with. Some of that plastic comes off in your food once it's heated. Got to be mindful of that. A lot of plastics, and I talked about the PBA in the water bottles. If you're getting water bottles, you got to drink that water right away. Don't let it sit. Don't keep water bottles in your car
Or
because
in
that
the
heat,
sun
exactly, the heat hits those water bottles
and releases those toxins.
into
Mhm.
the water. Now you're drinking them. And a lot of these places have cases of water at the
But
gas
I'm glad
station.
you mentioned that. And that was something that they fixed years ago because they found that as being a major issue in stores, you know, your corner stores, they'd always stack them in the front window.
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out, now they by law, they have to put these barriers now
In the
in the
windows
window
for
to
the
block out
shade,
UV
right?
rays from the sun that's killing that water.
Been killing people for years. We
Not
didn't know.
knowing.
No, we
Mm.
didn't know either, y'all. But plastics, these microplastics are in everything. They're talking about the plastic containers you put in the microwave. That plastic is cooking into your food. You got to get rid of all these little plastic containers. You got to go back to glass. But it's plastic is in so many different
Sure
things.
is.
It'll blow your mind. It truly
Shoot,
would.
it's in some food.
It's a that's another whole
That's a whole
story.
other topic. I
Okay.
know.
Next, the next one is non-stick surfaces. This is a big one too. I just posted something on my Facebook page about the pots and pans you're supposed to cook out of. Pots and pans coated with non-stick surfaces. Some of those things are linked to some serious health problems. You're thinking that you're cooking and you're going about your business doing what you need to do. You could be making yourself sick from just what you're cooking out of. You got to check your pots and pans. If your pots and pans are peeling, the inside, the bottom, you done scraped it up with the fork, scrambling them eggs. If it's peeling, you need
Get
to throw
rid of
those in
it.
the garbage, for real. The only thing you should be cooking out of is stainless steel,
Cast iron.
ceramic, and cast iron.
Hmm.
Those three things you should be cooking out of. Go to my Facebook page and just scroll down. You'll see the little image there. Non-stick, you got to get away from. The next one is pesticides. Pesticides are a big one to any disease that's in the streets right now, because pesticides, they're spraying our foods with so many different pesticides. They're trying to kill the bugs from eating the fruits
They're
and
killing
vegetables.
us
They're
too.
killing us too. But you got pesticides, herbicides, insecticides, all these sides
Sides.
is in your fruits and vegetables. This is why you got to soak them. I just bought some blueberries not too long ago and we picked up the wrong ones. They weren't organic.
Correct.
And I soaked these blueberries in baking soda and a little bit of vinegar. You put those together, it'll foam up. I was like, oh, I didn't know it was going to do all that. But once you pick the blueberries out and see the filth that was left in that come off of do all of your fruits like that. Soak your fruits in
Hmm.
now they have a vegetable wash you can
You can
wash.
buy that, yeah.
You can do the vinegar, you can do the baking soda, but we got to wash these pesticides off of these things that we're eating, family. We really do. But pesticides, buy organic if you can. Very, very important to do that. Buy organic if you can. They have some, but it's not the crazy pesticides that's on everything else. And I had something on my page too. If they have a health section in the supermarket, what's all that other stuff? Think about it.
It is something to think about. Something to make you go, hmm.
The next one is water. We just talked about the water.
Hmm.
You want to opt for spring water. Tap water, we know it has fluoride in it. It might be good for your teeth, but it's not good for your bones and your immune system. We should not be drinking tap water anyway. Tell them
I'm,
why,
I'm
honey.
gonna tell you, and here's the reason why. If you have an older house, you know, a lot of older homes had galvanized pipes in them.
I was trying to think of that this
Yeah,
morning.
yeah, that's all right. So, you know, the newer homes now have PEX or either copper, which is non-corrosive. But the galvanized over years, it starts to corrode with all the calcium deficiencies that's in the water, all the mineral buildup, and over time that chips off and comes out in your water, and you're eating that. That's why they say in a lot of older houses, don't drink from the tap water. A lot of older houses have these filters on their homes to filter all that out before it gets to you and out of your main sink. So it's important to do that, to filter your water. But don't drink if you have an older home, later than, I think it was 1976 or later. You should not drink from the tap unless you got a filter system on your home. And this is a system that's under your sink before it reaches you or into your mouth. You want to make sure it filters.
Filters.
Get a chocolate, you can buy them.
That
You can
buy.
You can buy them.
The kids
Just be careful.
Get a drink of water because we need our water.
Here, let me give you an idea. If you are in an older home, you take the filter. There's underneath either your sink or your kitchen sink. There's a filter at the end of the spout. It unscrews. Take that off and look at the deposits that's in that screen.
Oh.
That will tell you exactly what's coming through your pipes. You're going to see pieces of pipe. In some cases, maybe lead. You don't know. But that's what gets filtered out by those filters. Now, some could be expensive, but there's some that's inexpensive too that you can buy. But it's worth it if you want to filter that water. I would recommend you do that.
Yeah, you can get a filter to go in your house. You can buy that little pitcher too.
Yeah.
Fill up the pitcher and it'll filter your water as well. But we just gotta be really mindful of the water content. We need our water, we need it daily, but you don't know what's coming through these lines. You really just don't. The last one is radiation. This is a big one too. It says, where do you keep your cell phone throughout the day? I said a lot of women keep their cell phones in their brassiere. Some men keep their cell phones attached to their side. Some people keep their cell phones in their back pocket. Your cell phone should not be that close to your body because of the radiation. Even if you are charging your phone, you shouldn't even be holding your phone because of all of that radiation coming through your phone. So it says that charging your phone, you should charge your phone in a different room at night when you're sleeping. Your phone shouldn't even be charging in the room that you're in. It also says that if you're shopping for new homes, be mindful of how close you are to power lines and power
that was another theory too, that the radiation.
That's another one. It's just the radiation that's coming off of these power grids, these power lines. And now if you really look around in the inner cities, where they got these cell phone towers are popping up everywhere. And those kick off a lot of radiation. So be mindful of these cell phone towers and where they are. So those are just some things that can all trigger your autoimmune issues. Your dyes, your fragrance, your alcohol, house cleaners, plastic, non-stick surfaces, pesticides, water, and radiation. So those are just some of the things. So now we're going to talk about your diet. This is so important on any topic that we talk about every Awareness Wednesday. It all goes back to your diet. It is what you are putting in your mouth. You want to get an anti-inflammatory diet. Basically, that's a plant-based diet. You can eat your G-bombs that we talk about all the time. Your greens,
your beans, your onions, your mushrooms, your berries, and seeds.
That's all we're really supposed to be eating. And your fruit. Your fruit is God's candy to us. That's our candy that we're supposed to be eating for the sweets. That's our fruit. And that's fruit with seeds if you can find it. If you buy organic, they'll have seeds. Non-seed fruit, that's fake. There you go. Tell them, Reg.
That's fake.
So the next one we have organic, natural remedies that's organic. These are many medical mushrooms. That's part of the G-bombs is the mushrooms, the M mushrooms. So they talked about the reishi mushrooms, the lion mane's mushrooms, the turkey tail mushrooms, and cordyceps. All mushrooms are good. Some have more benefits than others. And now you can find mushrooms everywhere. They got the button mushrooms, the portobello mushrooms. They're absolutely everywhere. I know they all over Costco's. But mushrooms, try cooking with mushrooms. Most of them don't even have a taste to them. It's just the texture that people don't like. But start mixing. You don't like the texture of them. But just start incorporating mushrooms more into your diet. They're very beneficial for your overall health. The other one is turmeric. That's curcumin. It brings down inflammation.
Yes.
You can mix turmeric in a glass of warm water in the morning and drink that. That's good for bringing down inflammation. Also, turmeric, if you're going to use turmeric, put a black pepper. It brings out more of the turmeric in it.
It does.
It enhances the
It does.
turmeric
I'm
even
a
more.
witness to that.
Yeah, he's
It does.
big on his turmeric and his
Hmm.
black
Black
pepper.
pepper, big on it.
The next one they said elderberry. This is another berry. All berries are good for you. Blackberries, raspberries, cherries, all kind of berries are excellent. High in antioxidants to help keep your immune system strong. And that's what we need to build up your immune system.
Correct.
So elderberry is another good berry. Then we have vitamin B12. This is a must. You got to get your vitamin B12 and your vitamin D. Now that it's getting darker early, a lot of people are not getting the sunlight that they need. When you leave in the morning, it's dark. When you come home, it's dark. So you don't get any sunlight during the winter. You don't get as much as you should get. So we take a vitamin D during the winter. That's just us. You got to talk to your own doctor and use your own discretion. But we're not getting enough vitamin D, and we need that. Has so many benefits to vitamin D. And then the next one was omegas. The report talked about extensively how important omegas are to your health. Getting your omegas, your fish oils, it's good for internally. It's a lubricant for your body. It's good for your heart. It's good for your skin, for your hair, for your eyes, for your joints. This is a fish oil, and we all need to be taking a good fish oil. They talked about omega-3s. You can find your omegas in your nuts. A lot of nuts are high in omegas. Your walnuts are high in omega. And you gotta eat your nuts. That's part of the G bombs. Your seeds and beans and seeds and nuts. That's part of the G bombs. So we gotta get closer to a plant-based diet and get away from so much of this meat. If you really go back in time, they really only ate one meal a day. We talked about that last week.
Sure
He
did.
one meal a day. He eats one meal a day.
Just one.
And that's all we're really supposed to have. You can even skip a day without eating. And people are like, what are you talking about? We're not supposed to be eating as much as we are.
That was programmed.
We are messing
over time.
up our bodies by what we're putting in our bodies.
Exactly.
There's chemicals and pesticides and lotions and potions and all that. And then you wonder why cancer is on the rise. All of the cancers are on the rise. All these autoimmune issues are on the rise. It's what you're doing to your body. So we just got to wake up, pay attention to what you're doing, pay attention to what you're purchasing. I gave out a couple of weeks ago this app you can pull up on your phone. It's called what is the app? It's called Yucca. It's Yuka. It's a carrot. And you can take that and scan your food when you go to the supermarket. It'll let you know if that's good, excellent, bad, poor. Don't get that.
But it'll rate the food.
It'll rate the food. So you'll know. Because we were thinking, because a lot of people, you're sicker than you think you are. A lot of people think that I'm healthy, I'm good, I could get, no, some people just toe up from the floor up and you don't know it yet because the signs ain't tapped you on the shoulder just yet. But you got to listen to your body all the time. Your body's always talking to you. And then the last one was avoid sugar. I know this is a big one, family. I also posted that on my Facebook page too. Go to my Facebook page and you will see this list. 75 different names for sugar. This is how they are slipping these things into our food.
You know that sugar's addictive?
Sugar is
very
just
addictive
as heroin. It's a drug. Weapon of mass destruction. That's what I say, sugar. And they're putting it in everything. If you go through your refrigerator and pull out some of the things and just look and see, because it might not say sugar. It might say coconut sugar or corn syrup or icing sugar or honey or rice syrup or sucralose
or dehydrated cane juice. That's still sugar. Cane is sugar.
Different sugars in that particular product. And you thinking you're not eating sugar at all. You overloading your body with sugar. They were stating, we're going to have to pull that report to sugar and do that one again, that we're eating half of our body weight in sugar in a year. That's a lot of sugar.
A lot of sugar.
A lot of sugar. And think about our babies. Our children are eating way more than they should be eating. And then you wonder why the kids is bouncing all over the place and they can't sit still and their attention span is gone and they're not, they can't, it's a lot.
Could be the sugar. Because remember, you are what you absorb, not what you eat, what you absorb. So there is a lot going on. So you
So
got to be mindful of that.
this platform is
Mhm.
just to make you aware and pay attention to what you're
Mhm.
putting in your body and what you're putting on your body. We're not telling anybody to stop doing what you're doing because people are going to do what they would. Could I get a copy? You can go to my Facebook page, Catherine, and
Yeah,
pull
it's
up.
right there. You'll
It's
see
in
it.
my page, and you can share it to your page and print it out. But it's you can pull it up on where we get this?
This is on, just go into Google
Google sugar,
and it'll
and
give
it'll
you all
pull
of that.
up the sugar
Mhm.
chart and put it on your refrigerator, put it in your pocketbook so you could go out somewhere and look at all these sugars that's and you welcome, baby,
Mhm.
and pull up all these different sugars. It'll blow your mind. You things you didn't think had sugar in it is loaded with sugar.
I was showing one of the guys came to me because he knows we have this platform. He bought this I forget the name of it. It's a drink he bought and it said 0 sugar.
Mm,
And I said, let me see that.
look out for that.
And he brought it to me and I said, let me show you something. And in there it had sucralose.
Sucralose,
That's a sugar.
dextrose,
Was in there, but yet the
anything that
item said 0 sugar. And I let him know, I said, sugar's just not named sugar. It's not always just cane sugar, what your mind and what you think. Sugar has multiple different names of it. And you can see it right here that it's in this product.
mm-hmm.
That's why you like it. It still has a sweet taste to it because that's the
Dextrose,
sugar.
maltose,
It's in
anything
there.
that ends with the toast,
Mhm.
sucralose.
It was in there.
But it's just going to name it got agave nectar, you got beet sugar, brown sugar, buttered syrup,
Mhm.
cane juice crystals, coconut sugar, corn syrup. You got a date sugar, dehydrated cane sugar. You got malt lactose, glucose, fruit juice concentrated. You got evaporated cane juice. You got dextrose, dextrin. You got molten maple syrup, molasses, nectar, palm sugar, pancake syrup. All these things are used at raw sugar, rice syrup. You got all these different sugars, and you got to pay attention to this because they sneak up on you, family.
Right.
They'll sneak up on you, and it'll scare the bejesus out of you. And by the time, at the end of the day, how much sugar you have taken in. And then you're wondering why you're swelling, why your feet swelling, why your hands are swelling, why you got this inflammation
You
I
never
just
know.
can't get rid of. I can't get my rings off because you're inflamed.
And that could be a lot of salt too. Keep that in mind.
That's another one. Salt
Too
and
much
salt.
salt. Mhm.
So fast food is loaded with salt. I'm going to show y'all my books and we're going to go right into our products that we have. I got these new books. Well, this first one I got to show y'all. Feeding Us Lies. They've been feeding us lies for years, y'all. Vonnie Harry is on it. She's called the Food Babe. You can follow her on Facebook and Instagram. That's the Food Babe. She's gone after corporations to get them to take some of these
Things additives out.
additives and chemicals and
Mhm.
preservatives and concentrate of some of these things
Right.
out of our food.
That do us no good at all.
And she is on top of her game. The next book I have is Fast Food Genocide. That report is coming, y'all.
Mhm.
Fast food is killing us. It's killing us. Stay away. Stay out of those drive-throughs. I'm telling y'all. If you got Uber Eats and what's the other one on your phone?
Grubhub and all those.
Delete. So this is my newest little book, Toxic America. When I tell you everything is toxic, they trying to kill us for real. We doomed, y'all. And my newest book I just got yesterday, and I can't put it down. Reggie said, "You in that book again?" Yes. This is called A Holistic Guide to Wellness.
This is a great one here.
Absolutely fantastic book. And it's by what's her name? Nicole
Yeah, Nicole
Appling.
PhD.
Books too. The
Yeah.
last book of herbal remedies. I've had this one for a while. Y'all see I already got my little notes up in here. But this one is by her too. And this one was wrote with Claude Davis. But these are some good books. This is holistic things
Mhm.
that can heal you. A dandelion that grow in your backyard can heal you of so many different issues.
And a lot of things she speak about in that book is they're in our products.
They're in our products because she
So
talked
great.
about the mushrooms and she
Yeah.
talked about the berries, how important the berries
all
are.
the mushrooms, all the roots.
The maca
Yeah,
root.
all
She
the roots,
talked
all
about
that she
the
speaks about.
antioxidants. She talked
Mhm.
about the herbs. That's what that is. And we got to get back to eating real things that God put here that's compatible to our bodies. The further we get away from what God put here, the sicker we have become.
And that's exactly what
we got to
happened.
get back to that.
We went from this to this
Oh, I got
body.
I got to
We
post.
got a couple of
I got a
images to
picture
show
I
you
can
that.
post.
Yeah.
I got some pictures I can post on where we were and where we are now. And
Yeah.
it's in the food. And then you wonder why people are just
And
so
I love the way they break it down, because they show you where we were at certain times of the years, certain decades ago, and then what started to be created within the states and the towns and the cities, and how it just changed the dynamics of the body because of what we started putting in our body. And I
back
think
in the fast food industry really didn't hit the market until 1981, I believe. It was a year after we graduated.
well,
All
it
these
really
fast
started to
foods
explode.
started
Yeah.
popping up just everywhere. Now you got fast food next to fast food. And at one point you couldn't even do that. You couldn't have two fast foods on the same strip. But now you got to look at the color of the restaurants. We got to talk about that, the red and the yellow. They promote hunger. Most of your fast foods are either red and yellow. Nobody pays attention to that, but I did. It was in one of these books, and I had to go out and ride down the street. That is red. Oh my God, that is yellow. It just blew me away that how the color makes a difference on what color their restaurant is going to be. But that's
That'll be on that report when we do
that's
that
another whole report right there,
Mhm.
fast food genocide. But autoimmune issues, it messes with your brain, your blood, your GI tract, your nerves, your lungs, your thyroid, your joints, your bones, your muscles, your skin, and your pancreas. That's your whole entire body. All I'm going to say is listen to your body, family. It's talking to you all the time. You'll get a little whisper. Your body you get a little, then you'll get a little thump, a little ache. Why that aching? It's letting you know something about to flare up. So listen to your body and handle that. If you're not going to eat your vegetables, drink your vegetables. Get you a really good juicer.
Correct.
Get you some spinach and some green apples and get some kale and some bananas.
Organic if possible.
And just mix it up. Just go natural to heal your body. So
and do it for a while.
Reggie's going to go over some products that we have that may help with your autoimmune issues. Now, I don't know if Miss Roberta is on the line.
I
Did
didn't
you see
her. No, I didn't see her.
I don't know if Miss D. Lee is there, but these young ladies
They were on this morning. Yeah, they're not there.
They were talking about their autoimmune issues and how they come out of being so sickly. I know D. Lee said in 6 months, 6 months of taking these products. She started with the coral calcium because she couldn't
I remember
sleep.
she's the one that was on 55 medications.
55 medications. And she had all her medications in a shoebox. So she was showing hers. And in 6 months, 6 months of taking these products, she come off of all of her medications.
Now she did she's exercising.
She changed her
diet and taking her nutritional products every day. That was the change. That was the dynamics that changed her condition. To today, she's not taking any medication. This is what she's taking. Oh yeah, that's a gift. Yeah.
She couldn't do any of that because she didn't have the mobility of her
fingers. Correct.
To see her cakes, her
creations now.
She's bad to the bone. She truly is bad to the bone. And even our daughter, she couldn't do a whole lot of things either. And now she's creative. She cooks a lot and she bakes. Shantae bakes a lot with her hands. I mean, she is resilient to pain. Sure, I mean, she is just a go-getter. She just goes. What
she went through, very resilient.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, she has to have a double hip replacement coming up this summer. But that's just the wear and tear over the years from getting it at 4 years old. So where are you in your growth? Where are you in your journey of this issue? It can all be helped, family. So Reggie's going to go over some products that help the young ladies this morning. I think Roberta came off of all of her medicine.
Which was 99 medications.
99 medicine. She was down to 3, and she come off everything else in 9 months. 9 months of going natural, eating natural, putting good things into
her diet, changed her body. She did everything. She made that change.
You got to do what you got to do.
She had a choice, either continue taking all of that or try something different. And that different thing that she tried, it worked for her.
There you go.
So do you think that she'll ever stop doing what she's doing, knowing what she was? No. The same thing with D. Lee. No, and they'll tell you that flat out no.
Now, Dee Lee's favorite product was this one here, the coral calcium. And anybody that's suffering from any type of arthritis, any autoimmune issue, you need you some coral calcium. It has your magnesium, your potassium, your phosphorus, your vitamin D, and it can relax you so you can sleep. You know, when you're not sleeping, your body can't heal itself. It can't repair itself. So if you're not sleeping, and you know if you're in pain, that pain even thumps even more in the middle of the night when everything get quiet. Seem like that knee just want to kick up, like boom, to boom, to boom, to boom. So everything gets stronger in the night. But she started with the coral calcium so she could start to get some rest. So that was really, really good for any type of arthritis. It may help with your arthritis in your hands, your knees, your neck, your back,
But
all
you'll
of
get
those.
some good sleep.
You'll get some sleep for real. So I'm gonna let you talk about the rest of it. We're gonna talk about the
All right,
fantastic.
let's talk about this one. This is one of our flagship products called the Red Lviv. All right, this here is loaded with antioxidants, very high in antioxidants. There's 5 super berries in this product.
Berries.
There's noni, acai berry, mangosteen, goji, and pomegranate. These are 5 superfruits that come from all over the world. An artist has put them all in this one beverage called the Red Lviv. We call this our biofuel because it really does boost the immune system. It's designed for that. And again, taking good nutritional products is one thing, but you got to change your diet and you also got to exercise. You got to do the right thing. It works better that way because the stronger your immune system is, the better and more healthy you're going to be.
There you go.
And that was one of the issues that took place during the pandemic, that there was a lot of people that had compromised immune system. They were depleted. They didn't have any protection, and that's your body's protection. So you have to do that. And the Red Lviv is designed to do just that as well. So it boosts your immune system. It's an immune system booster.
Absolutely.
All right. Then we have our Green Lviv, which is our BioFlow. Remember, we talked about the gut. She spoke about the gut, right? Everything starts in the gut.
That's your product right there.
This is the product for that. This right here is huge when it comes to that. We say the green will keep you clean. It has milk thistle in it, has senna in it. It has artichoke in it. It has all good things. The red are your fruits. These are your vegetables. This is what's going to treat the body well. So you want to have a good, healthy gut. That pH in your gut, you got to take care of that. The good and bad bacteria. This helps to keep that balance. So it will help to keep things moving and not sustaining in your system. Because if you're holding, exactly, what you put in must come out.
Absolutely.
So the green will help to make that happen. One of my favorites is this, exactly, this yellow Lviv, because this is the one that helped me come off of allergy shots. Yes, I'm not sure if anybody knows about that, but years ago, almost 16 years ago, I had to get these shots twice in the spring, twice in the summer to get me through my allergies. That's how bad they were. This was one of the key products that helped me to get rid of that. I haven't had a shot in almost 16 years now, which is a great thing. And I truly believe because of the products that we're consuming every day, our immune system being stronger, our body is no longer being acidic. Now it's alkaline, which is a healthy state. That's the reason why we don't have that anymore. And that's why these products are doing what they're supposed to do. But exercise, I'm telling you, you got to hear. Absolutely. So these products are fantastic. But the key is that you got to use them. Now, we're not saying use everything. Pick a package and just consistently use it every day until you see that change in your own way. Now, here's one of our newest products too, called Shield.
That's my favorite.
This is the body's protection. This is another immune booster. They put this out after the pandemic.
Elderberry we were talking
elderberry in here, which is good for flus, colds, upper respiratory issues. This product is good for that.
But now,
yes,
outside now.
Take it every single day. A scoop under your tongue, put it in your tea. It's good for that. It's an immune booster as well, but it helps to keep those colds or flus from prolonging. It shortens the duration of that. That's what it's designed to do. Then we have our Green 29. Yes, this has 29 different vegetables in this product. Like she mentioned, if you can't eat them, drink them. These are capsules, and the other ones are all liquid, so they're absorbed in the body within 8 minutes of taking the product. So it's going into your bloodstream and going to work. Green 29, 29 different vegetables in this product right here, which is very, very good for you. I mean, this is one product that if you know someone that may know someone who has neuropathy, that numbness in the fingers and the feet, the toes, they get that.
That was in the report.
And that was in here. This is a key product that was actually designed. We heard when the guy who put this together, we had the chance of hearing him speak. It was good for that, to help him with neuropathy. All right, so this is your product right here. It has what?
Has your superfood.
Superfood, yes. So chlorella in here.
Kelp.
Kelp is in here. I mean, it has a lot. Spirulina is one great product.
Algae.
Yes.
Very, very beneficial for your.
Absolutely is. So all the
Those are your
products are
super.
fantastic.
And then
And then we have Omega 369, which is another great product
within
that
the
also
report.
helped me also in the report. This is your 3, 6, and 9, your plants, your meat is, I mean, your plant, fish, and I believe it's your nuts and berries. That's the 3, 6, and 9.
Yes.
All right, that's in this product. Now, this is good for everything, y'all. I mean, from your head down to your toenails. Everybody needs a good fish oil,
Sure
a
do.
good fatty acid. And this is good for that. Now, some who are on blood thinners right now, there's some people who take blood thinners. This is a natural blood thinner as well. So we have partners who have taken this to their
With no
doctor.
side effects.
Exactly. And requested to take this, try this versus taking a synthetic medication. And over time, weaning them off of that, they're on this. So it can help you. It may help you as well. But a 369 more natural is good for the body, but something you should take every day anyway. But that's our key product, the 369.
Got to throw that one in there.
Oh yeah, this is the noni.
Because if
Pure
you
noni.
you're gonna have some pain.
Correct.
There's gonna be some pain in there.
Now this is 100% pure noni. It has it's an intense taste for intense pain.
Oh yeah.
All right. So it has an acquired taste, but it's been around for over 2,000 years as a remedy for inflammation. All right. So, for swelling, anything that's dealing with the joint, this is good for it. Pain. It's like an ibuprofen in a sense.
It really is.
Liquid form as well. Some people drink it hot, like a tea. We have clients that drink it hot. They love it hot.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't like the taste, fine, but you don't have to stop taking it. Blend it with some natural grape juice. It'll cut the taste. But also, this noni is also one of the berries in this red levee, which tastes very, very good. So you have choices. And we would definitely recommend, if anything, getting this right here. We call this the Fantastic Four. The red, your yellow, your green, and your shield. That's your Fantastic Four right there.
That'll do it.
If anything, use this every single day. Oh, forgot about your coffee. Yeah.
Healthy coffee.
Yes, yes, yes.
The report talked about mushrooms. This is a coffee mushroom, 7-in-1.
Yes.
This coffee is delicious. It's starting to be one of my favorites now.
It has a mocha flavor.
It does. And it's a good coffee, and it has so many benefits. And it has mushrooms in it. Ganoderma mushroom, chaga, cordyceps. You got maca, you got ginseng, tagonite alley, and all of these are in this particular coffee. You get 15 satchels in this bag. And that's something that you could take with you. It's a smooth coffee. You don't have to add anything to it. It tastes great. And if you are a coffee drinker, and he never drank coffee. Never.
I've been taking coffee ever since been involved with our company. I drink it like crazy now.
Drink more than I do now, y'all. He take it.
I had a cup right before this platform.
I did too. He take that, buy the containers and take it to work with him. Take his collagen coffee off to work with him. Like, wait a minute, we're supposed to be sharing that.
Bye.
But that's where we are. But family, this whole platform is just to make you aware. They say we perish. What is it? With what is it?
What's that?
With lack of
the lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge, we perish.
Correct.
From lack of knowledge. But we got to wake up and pay attention to what's going on. Because right now they're not even trying to hide anything, y'all. They're doing it right before our very eyes. And if y'all have not seen that movie, What the Health? Please watch that movie. It's self-explanatory. What
it really is. What the hell?
HEALTH. What the health? Self-explanatory. We don't have to say much of nothing. Watch how some of those customers in that movie come off of medication in 2 weeks.
Check them out.
Just
check it out. This is real people with real results. Nope.
But you got to see that movie for yourself.
And watch it with your family. Please.
Watch it with your kids. I bet you they won't let you bring none of that stuff in the house. But that's it, family. That's just where we are. I just care about our health. I care about your health. We just got to make better choices. If you plan on being here and sticking around and living your best life, you got to take care of yourself. You truly have to take care of yourself. We have to make better choices. So that's all this platform is about. It's just making better choices. That's it.
Exactly. Get you right in there.
I'm telling you.
All righty.
So family, we're going to say good night. I'm going to try to shorten these little things a little bit.
But it's such good information.
Once I start running my mouth,
I mean, that's it. It's all
like
good.
Sitting in my living room over here, we could talk all
It's
night.
good conversation, but it's good knowledge.
We got to bring it in, honey.
Yeah, it's good
We
knowledge.
got to bring it in.
Next time.
I'm gonna try to shorten them. We got to bring them in. Got to bring them in.
Trying's just like saying it's not going to be short.
Yeah, shut up. Good night, family.
And before we go, indeed.
Please share this with somebody.
And I just want to say thank you guys for joining us tonight and supporting this platform. You are truly appreciated. You really, really are, because you guys make it all worth it. So thank you so very, very much. And with that being said, we love you guys.
Yes, we do.
And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it either. All right.
Davis, thank you. And thank you for the card. We got the card.
Yes, we got the card. I hope you got my message. I sent you a message. I think it was last night.
But thank you. Share this information out. Everybody knows somebody with an autoimmune issue. You can help them.
Indeed.
You ain't gotta say too much.
Thank you guys on Facebook too. I love you guys. Appreciate you.
Get them some product. Gift them the product. Give it to them. Make sure they take it. And then they'll become a customer. They'll come back for more because they feel so good. But you got to do it. Somebody got to start it.
Indeed.
So I'm going to say thank you again. Y'all be blessed. Be safe out here in these streets. Keep your immune system strong.
Yes, yes, and yes.
Take your products, family. Eat good.
And we will see you on the next. We'll see you on the next Awareness Wednesday.
You got it.
Have a great rest of your week, family.
Same time, same place next Wednesday.
Bye.